What is going on, YouTube? Joe here with Culination Media, and welcome back for another episode of Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire Battle Spot Live. This is episode number 33, and coming into today, we are sitting at a record of 56 and 12 on the series. We're going to try to improve upon that today, as I did click the challenge button kind of faster than I normally do, so we're getting into a battle pretty quick here against a mono-normal type team, which actually looks very threatening. Kecleon is nothing to scoff at. Mega Pidgeot can be dangerous. Actually, all of these Pokemon are dangerous. Like, they're all very offensive-oriented. Except for Porygon 2. It can be offensive, but people just don't usually run it that way for whatever reason. But anyway, an overview of our team here. We have AV Magmortar with Flame Charge, which is fun to use. We have our Choice Scarf Luxray. It is running Jolly, so we have enough to outspeed base 130s like Crobat. We can revenge kill him, and that's always a lot of fun. Then we have Spiritomb, who is apparently blind and cursed on this channel to never do what it's supposed to do, but hopefully he finds his glasses throughout this session and we can hit a willow or two. I am running black glasses, so yeah, Sucker Punch hopefully should do some damage. And we also are packing the Taunt. Packing Taunt on Skarmory as well, so we can shut down slower things like Ferrothorn, and then we have the Rocky Helmet to inflict some damage on things like Kangaskhan. And that's why I want to bring Skarmory in this battle, because Kangaskhan and Kecleon even could be an issue. So that's that. Then we have Life Orb Nidoking. It is Mix King with Earth Power, and then all of our other attacks are physical. I don't think we take recoil from any of them but Sucker Punch, but the priority is kind of nice to have, so that is why I have that going on. And then last but not least, we have a Koba Berry Superior with enough investment to be able to take a Choice Banded Talonflame's Brave Bird. And of course that means that we're not going to run into any Talonflames as long as this thing is on the team, just because it's there for Talonflame. But it's kind of cool to have. It worked great off screen, but of course as soon as I start recording, people finally decide now that they don't want to bring any Talonflames. What are the chances of that? What are the chances of that? I don't know. But anyway, let's get into the battle here. And of course, as I say at the beginning of every video, I want to thank everybody for their support. All of the likes and comments, suggestions, all of those things really do help out a lot. So I appreciate those of you that do show your support. And those of you that just kind of hang around. If you're silent supporters, you guys are cool too. So here we go. Mega Pidgeot is leading things off here. This thing can't really do much to me. The worst thing that could happen here is probably confusion from a Hurricane. Unless this thing has HP Ground. I don't know what's more common on Battle Spot. If it runs HP Ground, if it runs HP Grass, or if it runs Roost. But then there's still an extra move slot. Maybe it runs Hyper Beam. I don't really know. But we have somewhat of a good matchup here. I probably can just Flame Charge, and I should be able to outspeed it the following turn, and I can kill it with a T-Bolt. That sounds like a good plan. I mean, I don't really have much that I can switch into this. I don't really want to take damage on Skarmory if I don't have to, just because one of his other Pokemon are likely going to be either Staraptor or Kecleon or Kangaskhan, and I need Skarmory to be relatively healthy to be able to take those on. So I'm not expecting Magmortar to do much except for knock out this Pidgeot and maybe get damage on whatever else comes in. But if we can do that, we'll be in a good position. So he's actually going to go for the Protect to ensure that he gets his speed boost, which is fair enough because a lot of Magmortars are choiced. And if I was Choice Scarf, that could be bad for him. It definitely could be bad. Actually, do I outspeed naturally? No, I don't think I do. Pretty sure Pidgeot has like 100-something base speed. It's pretty quick. Or am I mixing that up with its attack? I'm actually going to check that right now, because I don't know if I understand that play otherwise. Not really sure. So he goes with a Hyper Beam, and that's kind of scary. Kind of scary. Yeah, Pidgeot does have 101 base speed. That animation for Hyper Beam is great, but we take that very, very well, considering it's a base 150 stab move from a Mega Pidgeot. We actually took that very, very well. It barely did over half. So we get our Flame Charge off, which means we will outspeed this turn. I could go for Flame Charge again, and there's really no reason for me not to, just to ensure that I outspeed anything. If he has something like a Choice Scarf Staraptor, he won't be able to bring it in next. We get back-to-back crits on those Flame Charges, which is not going to matter because Thunderbolt is going to kill anyway. But just the fact that we even pulled that is kind of silly. Crits have a 6% chance. Oh, he's actually going to withdraw. What are you switching into this T-Bolt? He's going to switch in Porygon 2, actually, which is going to trace our Vital Spirit, so we can't put it to sleep. But I don't have any sleep-inducing moves anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. And yeah, that did nothing. That did absolutely nothing, but... yeah, I definitely don't want to switch here, especially with our speed boost. I do have Focus Blast that should be a solid 2-hit KO if we can hit 2 of them. So we hit the first one, which is fantastic, and wow, that almost killed. And he goes for the Thunder, and we avoid the attack. Why do you have Thunder on this thing? Why are you not running T-Bolt? I don't understand that. That's going to cost you more games than it's going to win you, I'm pretty sure. And I wanted to go for the T-Bolt there because it was my only other move with 100% accuracy that had some power behind it. Flame Charge was not going to kill. I didn't want to have to go for Fire Blast or Focus Blast if I didn't have to. So he's going to go into the Pyroar here, and I do outspeed this, even if it is Choice Scarf, because I am at +2. So I should be able to just go for a Focus Blast here. And if we hit this, we win, because T-Bolt will kill Mega Pidgeot. So what are the chances we're going to hit 2 Focus Blasts? We do actually hit the second one, and this is going to be a Magmortar sweep, ladies and gentlemen. What? That switch really cost him, I think. Well, I don't know. I mean, no, I guess it didn't really matter at that point. I guess it really didn't matter. He still would have been pretty much in the same position. He needed to hit that Thunder, and even if he did hit it, it was non-stab. I don't know if that would have killed. I know it's 110 base power, but with AV, and considering how well we took that Hyper Beam, I'm very, very tempted to just calc that right now, just to see how much that would do. So, I'm not going to show it on screen, obviously, but let's go AV. What am I? I am Modest, Assault Vest, so I'm going to look for another battle here. What was I even calculating? Oh yeah, Porygon 2. I had a little bit of a brain fart there. Let's go offensive, I guess, with a Modest nature for Porygon 2. And we'll go with a Thunder. So that would do about a little less than 30%. Like if you got a max roll, it would do a little over 30. So I don't think that was going to kill, even if he hit. The only thing he could have done there is he could have landed that Thunder and then got the paralysis there. So I'm pretty sure that was his only way of winning at that point. Either that or I had to miss a Focus Blast, one of the two, but I didn't. For some reason, at least we know Magmortar isn't blind. Somebody on this channel isn't blind, thank you very much. So we're going up against Elder Things. Okay. He's got a rather interesting team. Very threatening. I see the Mega Heracross and the Mega Gengar, probably. And then we have the Thundurus, which could be annoying with its prankster shenanigans. I definitely want to bring... I kind of want to lead off with Superior just because the Mamoswine lead kind of is bothersome. And it could be Focus Sash, though. That's a problem. I mean, Ice Shard won't kill me. I don't need to stay at a healthy range just because there's no Talonflame. But if I don't bring Superior, I don't know how I'm going to deal with Suicune. Because even Luxray, I don't know how well it would handle it. Because it's not going to OHKO it with a Wild Charge, and then with my luck, I will get Scald Burnded. Burnded? I just came up with a new word! Burnded! Cool, great English, Joe. There is a thunderstorm going on outside, so if you hear some random, like, noises and things that sound like thunder, that's what that is. I don't know if my mic will pick that up. Sometimes it picks up noises that I think it shouldn't. And sometimes, I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about, but we're actually going to lead off with the Luxray. So, let's see how this goes. Oh yeah, our record. We're up to 57-12 now, so that's pretty cool. What is that? A 40-something game differential? 35? I don't know. I'm not even going to try to do math right now. It's too early for me to do math. I'm actually up in the AM, and that's just unusual for me. My hours are so weird. Mamachan is here, okay. Alrighty then, Mr. Mamoswine. I don't know that I want to stay in on this, because I don't know that a superpower will kill it in one hit, and I don't really want to risk that, because I think that we're going to need this this Luxray later on. So I'm going to go right into Skarmory, and he actually goes for the EQ there, which is great, because I take no damage, and now I can go for Rock Tomb. And he's actually going to switch out, so if we hit this Rock Tomb, we may be able to get some severe damage off on something. As he's actually going to go out into the Thundurus, which is great. Because getting some prior damage off on this, that really didn't do too much. But, yeah, getting some prior damage off on this is great, because Luxray outspeeds it, is immune to Thunder Wave. And from previous experience, I know that a Wild Charge does about 70% if we get like a mid-roll. It can do up to about 80% to standard Thundurus. But, yeah, if we get just a little bit more damage off on this thing, we can kill it with Luxray. So, I am going to switch out here. I don't want to get hit with the T-Bolt. We kind of need Skarmory healthy to take on Mamoswine. So I'm going to get right into Luxray, because we're not going to take damage from really anything that it wants to go for. I didn't expect him to go for a Focus Blast there. So we take that Thunderbolt pretty well. And we can outspeed and almost kill this thing. I kind of want to go for Ice Fang. Just because I don't want Mamoswine coming in for free, as now he's going to know that I'm Scarfed. Actually, no, not necessarily, because we did lower his speed. And he is going to show off the... What is that? That is his Citrus Berry. Okay. Citrus Berry Thundurus. Normally they're Life Orb. But he is going to go for the T-Bolt again. And I think he was expecting that he might still outspeed me, potentially. I don't know. But I am going to go for the Ice Fang again. He doesn't want to take any more damage. So he is going to go out into the Mamoswine. Probably has Thick Fat, I'm assuming, but either way, this really isn't going to do too much. And yeah, that's definitely Thick Fat. That did nothing. That did absolutely nothing. We have to switch here, and he's probably going to go for an Ice-type move. If I would have to guess, I would say Icicle Crash, most likely. That's probably his best play here, because he knows I have a Skarmory, but I don't think I'm going to take that much damage from it anyway. And he's actually going to pull a double into the Thundurus, I'm guessing. Yes, that was a good play on my opponent's part. Very good play. Now we run into a bit of a problem. If I switch in... We can take one hit. And I think I have to. I don't want to risk sending in Luxray to be killed. Because we can still make the prediction with Mamoswine potentially switching in on a predicted Ice Fang and going for Superpower to nail it. So I am going to absorb this hit. That actually doesn't take us down to Sturdy for some reason, but I mean, it's not a Life Orb Thundurus, so I guess there's that. So we hit it with another Rock Tomb. Definitely we will be able to kill it with a Wild Charge now, which is fantastic. And we might have to let Skarmory go down here. I don't know that I see any way around it. I'm kind of surprised he did go for the T-Bolt and not like Focus Blast, trying to just get rid of the Luxray, but of course, actually he might not even have it. I don't know. Maybe he has HP Ice as his other move, because that's relatively perfect coverage. Close to perfect coverage. It's Bolt Beam. Do I want to switch in Luxray here? I mean, if he's just going to spam T-Bolt, I really have nothing to worry about, so I am going to go into Luxray. We'll save Skarmory. We can fodder it off later on. Maybe get some Rocky Helmet damage off on something. I don't know. And he is just going to go for the T-Bolt again. Okay. You're just spamming the T-Bolt. That's fine by me, because we can take that. And now we have to get on our prediction game here. I want to click Superpower, because I think he's going to make the same exact play that he did last time. He's playing very predictably. Even though he did make that double switch, I don't really think that he wants to make any kind of prediction here. I think he's just going to try to go back into Mamoswine, and he is going to go into the Mamoswine. This is going to either die or come really close to dying, because we're just going to nail it with the Superpower as it comes in, and that is a dead Mamoswine, which is a beautiful thing. Now, I know I could have done that at the beginning of the match and not have taken damage on everything that I have, basically, but it's very common for Mamoswine to be Focus Sash. So getting off that hit on it first before going for that Superpower play, I think, was the better decision on my part, especially because we see the Mega Gengar coming in here. I do outspeed this, so I can hit it with a Wild Charge to finish it off. But I am going to go into Skarmory here before I get trapped, especially because I am locked into the Superpower. He knows this because... Well, I don't know if he knows this, but it's pretty common for Luxray to be choiced. So he is going to show off the Hex here, and Skarmory is going to go down. It's fine, because we know between Gengar and Thundurus, do we really need a Skarmory? No, we do not. So it was just fodder there. And I want to go into Spiritomb here, I think. And if we get a little bit of damage off on this thing, we win, because Wild Charge... Actually, no, not necessarily, because we could die to Recoil. Gengar doesn't have a lot of HP. I'm going to go for Pursuit. I don't think he's going to want to stay... Oh, he's going to stay into Willow Me. Okay. I don't understand that play. Like, why? Why? I mean, it's pretty common for Spiritomb to run the Calm Mindset, which means I'd have Dark Pulse, and this would likely be a dead or almost dead Mega Gengar, just because you wasted a turn going for Willow. So, I don't know that I understand that play too much. I mean, granted, switching in Thundurus may not have been the best play either, so maybe that was just the better of the two options. But we are going to get off Sucker Punch damage too, and that does a lot even though we're burned. Wow, that did so much. And he's going to go for Hex. This is not going to feel so good. Yeah, actually, that just kills. That just kills. I know it gets double power because of that Willow, but geez. That HP bar just, I don't know, it fell way too fast. So we have to go into Luxray, and we do outspeed this by 1 point. So we might have this match on lockdown here. I think we probably need to lock ourselves into the Ice Fang so that we can hit that Thundurus super effectively. It does have a chance to miss, though, so that is not so good. That is not so good at all. Maybe I should have done Wild Charge just because it's almost the same amount of power, just because of Stab, and we do hit it neutrally anyway. So, yeah, maybe that was a mistake to go for the Ice Fang, but I have to go for it because it also has a chance to flinch if he manages to survive this. And he does manage to survive with like 2.5 HP. He's going to take us out with a Thunderbolt, and we're going to lose this battle. I really thought that I played well enough to win there. I really do, but he had to be max HP. Like, that does way more than that. Because Wild Charge does, like, 70%. Yeah, that had to be, like, very, very bulky Thundurus. I guess it all adds up, though, because he had a Citrus Berry, and Skarmory didn't get taken down to Sturdy, even though I have no Spadef investment. So I guess I should have seen that coming, but at the same time, I lost to Thundurus with max HP investment. Oh, that's frustrating. Anyway, that's going to bring our record to, what, 57 and 13 on the series. So we had 2 losses with this team. It's been a while since we've had a team get 2 losses, so that's kind of unfortunate. Hopefully we pull through with like a double victory or triple victory next time, but even still, this team is still pretty exciting to use. Still have my fingers crossed that we run into a Talonflame as well, so that Superior can show off its Koba Berry and everything. Anyway, that's going to be it for this time, so I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, please make sure you're leaving a like, rating, or a comment, or whatever you would like to do, and I will see you all next time. But until then, game on.